Mm. Mm. Peace, Cant. It's time for them to leave him alone. He said Kwame snapped. Can y'all hear me? My audio good? My body sore as fuck from the gym. Let me talk about it for a minute. Is my audio good? Can y'all hear me? I'm in a lot of pain right now. I did an exceptional workout yesterday with my little cousin, and we pushed it. And my shit is gonna look fantastic after I get over this soreness. What up, though? He said Kwame want all the smoke. It's time for them to leave him alone. It's time for him to leave him alone. He said Derek. He said Derek Fisher. Listen, man. It's time to leave him alone. Kwame's been out of the league a long time. Damn. The fuck. He said Oakley really had brothers scared. Yeah, Oakley is known for slapping people and shit like that. If you watch the Michael Jordan documentary, there's a piece on there where they showed Charles Oakley slap Scottie Pippen. Um, he said I think he's done good with the big three. He has done good with the big three. They need to leave him alone though. That ain't cool. Keep on kicking the man and kicking the man and kicking the man. He was garbage. I'm a Laker fan. He wasn't no good for us. At no time did I feel he helped us. I don't. I never recall him bailing us out of a game. I never recall him doing nothing. But the basketball, the fact that he made it to the NBA says that he had some talent in somebody's eyes. Obviously, it was Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan was responsible for drafting him. He has some talent in somebody's eyes. Somewhere during the course of Kwame Brown's career, maybe high school or something, he was good in basketball. He dominated the sport. He said his talent was his height. Whatever the case, I like the skill set of a lot of the NBA scouts. Them scouts be on point. They don't be that far off. Scouts don't be that far off. Sometimes they totally wrong about the guy, but a lot of times they not far off, right? Um, he said you have to respect him for playing 12 seasons. If he got 12 seasons in the league, he brought something to the table, even if it was just his big body. There's people who dreamed about playing basketball in the NBA. I'm one of them. Um, One thing I can assure you that everybody in the NBA that made it there, they was the best somewhere because they're getting paid money to play. If a franchise wants to pay a guy cash money to play for their team, he brings something to the table. You feel me? Um, what touched me about what he said was he like, man, I'm saying, man, like I'm from the basketball fraternity. Like I made it. You know what I'm saying? Like I should get appreciated. I should be appreciated for making it to the league. Like we all made it. All of us that made it to the NBA, we're a part of the National Basketball Association fraternity. I shouldn't be mistreated because you probably was better than me or something. Sean Bradley got dunked on his whole career. Sean Bradley got dunked on his whole career, yo. You don't see people making fun and ridiculing Sean Bradley. A lot of people didn't. Again, Sh- Kwame Brown isn't the worst guy that ever played the NBA. He was a number one draft pick, and he was drafted by Michael Jordan, which makes him high profile. But he's not the first. It was some killers that didn't even make the NBA. Anderson Hunt, Anderson Hunt, Anderson fucking Hunt. UNLV. Anderson Hunt didn't even make the league. I can go on, man. I can go on and on and on. It was some bad motherfuckers who did not make the league. You feel me? And when you see that, you know that the guys that they choose are gifted. And somebody in here said something about height. Darko Milicic was terrible. He left the league and went to go do kickboxing or some shit. Was that Dino Rogers? Was that Darko? Detroit's own Anderson Hunt. Yeah, he didn't make the league. A lot of people, a lot of great players didn't make the league. One thing I noticed from interviewing a lot of NBA players, everybody that I've interviewed was tall as fuck. Skip to Malou don't look tall on TV. He's tall as fuck in real life. Same with let me see who else was tall as hell. God Sham God doesn't look big on camera. He got big ass fucking legs. He's all muscular and shit. Steve Francis. Steve Francis tall as a motherfucker. Steve Francis is tall as a motherfucker. He said Darko got drafted before Carmelo Anthony. Exactly my point. So you got somebody, Kwame Brown, who got 12 seasons in the league, right? Anthony Bennett. They naming all these dudes that didn't make it. Lenny Cook. Yeah. All of these dudes didn't make it. Kwame was in the league for 12 seasons. Kwame's strength might have been at practice. Kwame's strength might have been defending the starting center. Whoever the starting center was, his job might have been to defend him in practice. You feel me? He brought something to the table. You got Udonis Haslem. Udonis Haslem is in the league right now. He's been in the league almost 20 years. He don't even play. But the Miami Heat feel that it's necessary to pay him $2.5 million a season because he comes and he brings something to their franchise. You feel me? He said he locked Shaq up for a game. Ain't nobody y'all mentioned ever locked no Shaq up. Kwame Brown couldn't do nothing with no damn Shaq. But anyway, I'm a Laker fan. He wasn't no good for us. Kwame, I'm gonna tell you what triggered him. He said, Steven Jackson, you was my teammate. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. That's fucked up right there. That's fucked up. If they were teammates, you shouldn't be on no show joking about him with nobody. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, Steven Jackson was a scorer. You scored some buckets. I'm pretty sure you scored some buckets for Charlotte. Kwame might have got a rebound and hit you with a nice outlet pass so you can get a bucket. You know what I'm saying? Like, you shouldn't do that to your teammates under no circumstances. Under no circumstances, he shouldn't do that. That was terrible for him to do that. There was a joke made by Jenny Buss, and they was talking about a trade, and they was like, it was two guys trade for one, or one in the possible, some old shit like that was disrespectful. He shouldn't have to put up with that. It got under his skin because Stack 5, Matt Barnes, they got probably the most high profile, you know, little basketball podcast right now, and everybody paying attention to that shit. Greg Oden. Oh my goodness. Greg Oden totally failed in the NBA. Kwame made the NBA for 12 seasons. He played long enough to get a pension. I'm pretty sure he got money still. He did pretty good for himself. So what? He wasn't the best in the world. I don't think he went to college. Kwame didn't go to college. I think he got drafted out of high school or some shit like that. That's a child going to play in a man's league. It didn't work out for him. They shouldn't be doing that to him, though. They shouldn't be doing that. That's sucker shit. Let's talk about Matt Barnes for a minute. Matt Barnes. Matt Barnes was offensively better than Kwame Brown. Matt Barnes probably brought more offense to the table than Kwame Brown. Matt Barnes could hit a three-pointer. Matt Barnes could dunk. Matt Barnes could play a little defense, right? Matt Barnes is famous for fighting Derek Fisher, yo. Matt Barnes is famous for fighting Derek Fisher. He is. Matt Barnes didn't do nothing in the NBA. He didn't. He might have played a little D. He was okay sometimes. He was okay. He was okay. Matt Barnes, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. He said Matt Barnes better defender. He had spunk. He did. He had spunk. But Matt Barnes don't do that. How long did Matt play in the league? How long did Matt Barnes play in the league? Did he play 12 years? He said Matt was a team goon. Yeah, he was with the dumb shit. He was. Matt played 13. Somebody said 13. Matt had at least 12. Somebody said 10. Not 12. About the same 10 or 12 years. Matt Barnes is more known for being, I guess, a tough guy, I guess. He jumped on Derek Fisher. Didn't he jump on Fish 2 times? He jumped on Fish 2 times, right? Matt Barnes is way bigger than Derek Fisher. I don't think he'll swing on Kwame. He said Matt played 14 years. I think when he played for the Clippers of Sacramento, Matt was knocking down threes and shit like that. Oh, he's also known for flicking the ball at Kobe Bryant. So, you know, he was an agitator or something like that. He said Matt Barnes is a professional role player. They need to leave him alone. They need to leave him alone. Kwame has a channel, a YouTube channel. I went and looked at his channel. On his channel was called Kwame Brown Bust Life. Kwame Brown Bust Life. B-U-S-T. It's like he's embracing being a bust in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? Like, how you expect people to, you know, play you if that's what you say about yourself? How you expect people to, you know, carry it if that's what you think of yourself? That if you think that you were a bust? If anybody played a dozen years in the NBA, I don't think you were a bust. Everybody wasn't meant to be no prolific scorer. They wasn't. Jason Williams got hurt. Stack 5 equals over emotional. Stack 5 is one of them, in my opinion, a street guy that made it to the league. Some snuck in. Some street guys snuck in the league. Some of them was in the right place at the right time and snuck in the league. Gilbert is always saying something and agitating people. I believe Gilbert Arenas left the NBA prematurely. He was out of the league prematurely. And he knew he was talented, and he chose to kick dirt on other players after he was out of the league. I heard it's only been 5,000 players in NBA history, so he's lucky. He still got bread and good lifestyle. That's the irony of his channel. Isaiah Ryder snuck in. Yeah, it was some real guys that was real rough around the edges that snuck in the league and shit. A.I. Marbury was in the streets. Zach Randolph. What's Sebastian Telfair? There's a few. Vernon Maxwell. Jason Terry, Big Crip, Ron Artest, Tony Allen, Chicago. That had to hurt Matt Barnes when he brought up his wife. Anytime somebody brings up the Matt Barnes jumping on Derek Fisher, he gonna look silly because you essentially fighting over pussy. Your broad was fucking with somebody else, and you jumped on him about it. That's sucker shit. He said Spreewell, definitely a goon. Sheed Wallace, North Philly, another goon. Oh, I posted Steven Jackson's reply to Kwame on my sports channel, Gully TV Sports. Go over there and check that out, right? Steven Jackson said that Kwame was checking in. Steven Jackson said Kwame was checking in. Steven said Kwame was checking in. Did y'all hear that? Did y'all catch it? Did y'all catch it? This is what he said. He said, "You said I was paying for pussy. You were paying for security. You was out there in L.A. paying for security. Don't make me call Magic. Y'all don't remember that name? Magic was one of the Crip guys on the Hip Hop Uncovered shit with Big U. Magic was one of the Crip. I guess he's an OG or something like that. That was on the Hip Hop Uncovered series with Big U. And Steven Jackson said, "Don't make me call Magic and expose this shit." Rasheed used to bring his fine money at the beginning of the season for all the practice he wasn't going to. Oh, shit. 50 Cent did the same. Isaiah Ryder's stories are legendary. It was that Derek Fisher was staying at Matt Barnes' house. Okay, I got it. I got it. Subscribe to the channel, man. Make sure y'all following me on Gully TV Sports, man. I'm over there fine tuning my sports page. Whenever y'all don't see me, it's fine tuning and optimization. That's the new word, optimization. Big Neff TV said many niggas pay for gang protection. Why pay for gang protection when you can just you can you can get security that might not take your chain when it's all over with. 87% of the league in the early to mid 70s was tough guys. Facts. Fisher played himself by getting with a single mom with two kids anyway. He could have got a young, kidless baddie. Matt Fisher, I said Matt Fisher. Matt Barnes with his curly hair strike me as a pretty girl, a pretty boy. His girl probably bad. That's why Fish went after her. Pat Beverly is about that life. No, he not. No, he not. Pat Beverly be pump faking like a motherfucker, running around acting like a little dog and shit. Pat Beverly not like that, man. He's been exposed for some years now, man. He was supposed to be some type of defensive stopper or some shit. I think Westbrook put 35 on his ass, man. He never was the same again. Little irritating ass nigga. A lot of dudes ain't live up to the hype. That's facts. That's facts. There was a lot of guys in the NBA that was. It was. Let me tell you something, right? Everybody that you've seen in the NBA, if you go into their background, a lot of them dudes won state titles in high school. A lot of them dudes was all American. Some of them dudes was McDonald's All Americans. All of that type of shit. Division One elite. Sometimes when you get to the league, they beat and change your work detail or something. He said Kermit Washington was the G. He the one that punched Rudy in the face. Pat Beverly ain't. Pat Beverly not like that, yo. Matt Barnes' ex-wife is on Basketball Wives. Pat Beverly is a porch puppy, all bark and no bite. Facts. He said Pat Beverly went to Marshall High School in Chi. He ain't built like that. Okay. So yeah, all in all, man, I feel that they should stop fucking with Kwame, stop picking with him and shit, man. Let that man live his life. There's other things that need tended to. Like every time his name isn't brought up, they don't have to dog him. If I was him, I'd be running around talking about I was the number one pick. You dig? I still was the number one pick, lottery pick. You dig? I rocked that. You wasn't no good. That's cool. I was still number one. Still number one. Haslam is from the Pork and Beans Projects. That's home team. MIA will stand up. Oh, they got him plugged in because he from home. That's what's up. That's what's up. He said Anthony Bennett is the biggest bust from the Cavs. It's only because Jordan picked him at number one because they talk about him so much. Tony Allen could actually play defense. It was niggas this. I think Kobe said Tony Allen used to give him a little, move him around sometimes. It's a reason he went number one, honestly. If he would have been traded, think his career would have started off better. In LA, he wasn't gonna play behind Shaq at all. I think Andrew Bynum might have been there around the time too. I can't remember. I know he didn't help us at all. Kobe said he respected no one's defense more than Tony Allen. Yeah, I thought he said that. Kwame is the only number one pick from high school ever. That's something to be proud about. That's something to brag about. People can never strip him of that. He's gonna go down in history of that for that. Um, Tony Kukoc don't belong in the fucking Hall of Fame, yo. I watch those games. Tony Kukoc not a Hall of Fame basketball player. He's not. He's not. He benefited from being on Michael Jordan's team and shit like that. I don't even know what happened to him after the Bulls, but Tony Kukoc was not no is not was not never will be no Hall of Fame player. Straight up. He said, "Tell it to the rings." He was not a Hall of Famer. He said Tony Kukoc did a lot in Europe. He did a lot in Europe, and he played against the Dream Team in the Olympics, and Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen suffocated his ass. He couldn't get a bucket. You dig? So we don't want to hear about what he did overseas. When it came time for him to represent his country against the Dream Team, they got beat by like 60 points, I think. He fell off in the 99 season, the season after Jordan left. I knew he wasn't no good. Kukoc got selected by the international committee. Guess they was bored. They said he was a role player for the Bulls at best. Quality role player. Huh. Y'all subscribe to the channel. I need y'all to follow me on YouTube at Gully TV Sports, man. I just did a video. I posted Steven Jackson's response to Kwame Brown, and I'm gonna do a narrative on it shortly, man. Make sure y'all follow me and follow me on Instagram, Gully TV World. They booked me. I'm gonna holla at y'all. I gotta get to work. Gully TV World. Fuck with your boy. Peace.